Welcome back to our continuous coverage of the Nigerian election 2023. Now, after a long wait at the National Collation Center in Abuja, Bola Tinubu, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, has been declared the winner of the presidential election. Chairperson of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, announced the results in the wee hours of Wednesday morning. Yakubu said Tinubu secured a total of 8,794,726 votes. Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, had the second highest figure with 6,984,520 votes, while Peter Obi of the Labour Party was next with 6,101,533 votes. Yakubu added that the issuance of the certificate of return to Tinubu will take place at 3 p.m. this Wednesday.
I say, it's not the days to address the party members and leadership. All you can do as is, to me, I will do more than that. I first act starts by saying thank you to our national leadership, the national chairman, Senator Abdullahi. You from Senate, governorship, I made history of navigating a very large political party to make a president. It's not a small letter in history. Is a big letter of achievement, a great aid. Thank you very much. God bless you. To the entire members of the National Working Committee, and particularly the Secretary of the party, Iyola Omisore, who had worked with him, collecting some funds, doing everything administratively to get us to comply with the requirement of National Electoral Commission. We thank you for a good job done. And you've navigated and taught us kinship to get us to this destination. The ship did not sink or waver. We anchor well on the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Majority of you, I can't go line by line for your position. I can of the leaders that I've seen here tonight. They were awake by sudden calls that we might get the result of the coalition earlier than thought. And we are ready to say to the workers in the office who have been in the situation room, your situation starts to improve. You've achieved the result, and God Almighty will bless you. Our party will give you prosperity that you need. We reward you. Just be patient with us. I have two people to single out again who are at the collation center. I may not stand up, receive your clap, not a clap. I say big thank you. The party says big job. Where is Babatunde Ogala? SAN. We thank you the way you handle the let out gorilla on the other side of the eye. We have to wrap a little bit, but tonight is the night of friendship. We like what you did, and we like the professionalism, the manner and the way you handled your son. To our party, I can't believe this many people will still be up at this night. I can assure you, if I miss you, it's not intentional. I've seen will-be governors, I've seen speakers, I've seen those who have almost blew up the screen of the television with big grammars and Dele Alake and many of them. And I've seen Isa, all of them. I've seen diaspora. I've seen Sheriff. And I have seen the calculator. Whether the calculator is still working or not, battery charged. It delivered the number. I've seen my friend Yari. I've seen my friend Ganduji. I've seen my friend Atiku Bagudu. I wanted to change your first name. Interesting appeal, and because it will take a longer time to process the change of name for my sisters and my daughters with you. So I leave it, but our party. I just need thank you. We have made a promise to the country. We have rewritten the map of Nigeria. They've punched us in the sea, and the night we were declared beating in Lagos, I said that is no beating. That is a temporary setback that a politician must experience. And since then, I really thank my wife standing by me tremendously. She's a very, very prayerful woman. To you, the party, it is. I want to single out for you to learn one thing: conflict and conflict resolution mechanism by the example of 3 people who are here. The people are from Samfara. They face a battle of competition, disagreement, substitution, and many ways. But Senator Yari, who was the former governor, Mutawali, the Excellency Present Governor, Shatima, and many of them, including Senator Marafa, they got together on their own after so much pressure. They were able to resolve their differences without damaging to the party, without destroying the party, and they brought home victory for the presidential candidate and victory for the Senate. I want to say thank you especially for those. We will never forget Yari. We will never forget an Atiku, the sacrifice. We will never forget Mutawali. It's my son, actually. Now I can go straight before other rappings and talks to what I should do. My out here is to talk to fellow Nigerians that I am profoundly humbled that you have elected me to serve as the 16th president of our beloved country. This is a shining moment in the life of any man and affirmation of our democratic existence. From my heart, and truly from my heart, I say thank you very much. How humble If I do a cultural idobale, it will satisfy many people who don't understand it. If I do a cultural nail bending, other than tag Allah, nobody will understand it. But I wish all of you well. I wish you very, very well. Whether you are a position holder or not, but I want to point to a man who is among you here. He is a position holder. His name is Ibrahim Masari from Samfara. And I've changed his state now. Instead of Gazina, I'm deporting him. But there's no person can talk of his integrity, honesty, dedication, trustworthiness as much as this man. He was carrying vice president in my name. I got queries from everybody except my wife. But he did what he ought to do as a leader, reliable, dependable, honest human being. Thank you very much. Back to this page. To really thank you, I say whether you are ratified or articulated, obedient, quaquasia, or have any other political affiliation, you voted and stood for a better Nigeria, more hopeful nation, and I thank you for your participation and dedication to our democracy. You decided to place your trust in the democratic vision of a Nigeria founded on a shared prosperity and one nurtured by the ideas of unity, justice, peace, and tolerance. Renewed hope has dawned and landed in Nigeria. I represent that promise, and with your support, I know that promise will be fulfilled. You will, and we will achieve it together. I commend INEC for running a credible election. No matter what anybody says, it is. I never see any of you who did not make either arithmetic mistake or grammatical error in their classes, not to talk of the lapses. Few lapses that were reported were relatively few in number and were immaterial to the final outcome of this election. Let's be realistic. But his underlying report, reliable, yes. I say so, international community says so, and the arithmetic says so. With each life cycle of elections, we steadily perfect the process so vital to our democratic life. Today, Nigeria stands tall as the giant of Africa. It shines even brighter as the continent's biggest democracy. You should be proud of that. Not dot, that, or then, because you didn't win the election. You are a patriotic citizen. Be helpful to our integrity, character, and reputation. We have created the biggest democracy as Nigerians. We should be proud of that. I thank all of you who supported my campaign. Most especially President Muhammad Buhari, for his commitment and dedication to the cause of our democracy. He is indeed a true patriot. I must also thank his wife, the entire family. They were on this election. They put their eyes on the ball, committed, patriotic, loyal, and bound. I also thank my running mate and the Vice President-elect. His name is Senator Kashim Shettima. Equally a former governor. He is from an immovable pillar of support. And all other of you, many of you who have supported the campaign. Yes, I remember, and thank you for voicing it out, that Valeke is there. Valeke is an committed worker, dependable, cerebral, and finite. To the progressive governors of our party and this nation, to the party leadership and many loyal members, you, the Progressive Party, you have the opportunity in what in many ways to betray your party. You face a cashless policy. Some of you still owe party agents. But despite that fact, despite the austere pocket, you deliver victory without your dedication. And we're not standing before you as governor and president-elect. You made it possible. progressive governors. There's no way I can ever intentionally let you down. I owe you a debt of gratitude to the entire campaign organization, the women. The woman leader, no name, no woman, no nation. They did everything possible. Creative dancing, intelligent discussions, programs of ideology, things about the health of our nation was a great importance to them. They did a good job, particularly the leadership of the women group. They were equally the highest number of voters dedicated. We must thank them. We must thank them. The entire campaign organization, at the stage they rode a parallel line as women. We arrived at the same destination. Today, we can reap the benefit of it, victory, the joy of democracy, the power of deciding what next.
All right. Well, now to get some reactions, we're gonna connect with the Rise senior correspondent Oba Adeoye, and he's been about town in Lagos tracking public reactions to the outcomes of the elections. And he joins us now. Hello, Oba. Can you let us know what are people saying on the streets of Lagos?
Yes, the street of Lagos is back to life. You remember that for the past 2 days, business activities and daily activities have practically been on hold because people were, apprehensive. They were not sure what the outcome of the presidential election would be. Many shops were shut for businesses. Many people stayed indoors, and many people never bothered going to the market for fear of a possible post-election violence, because nobody was sure where the pendulum was going to swing. But now that the picture is very clear, people are beginning to come out. You can see traffic is back on the road, shops are reopened, businesses are coming back to life, and everybody's going about their businesses in a peaceful manner. But I can tell you that so many Lagosians, especially APC lovers, are looking forward to the time when INEC will issue the certificate of return to the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and they have put a lot of things in place for the big celebration later on in the days. I foresee a carnival-like atmosphere, across Lagos later on in the day. I can see signs everywhere. I was at Ojuelegba earlier this morning, and I saw some people were already celebrating with bottles of beer in their hands, with banners everywhere, and music blaring out from the sound system. So a lot of things are going to happen in terms of celebration later in the day. I've seen places where people bought cows, and they told us that, they're waiting for the big day, for the big event, for the big celebration after the issuance of certificate of return to Bola Ahmed Tinubu later in the day. So it's a very big one, and everybody is hanging around. Everybody's looking forward to that big celebration that will come up later in the day.
Oba, there is, we're playing a clip of the president-elect where he's addressing, party members and addressing the country, addressing his opponents that he defeated. Considered, a unifying tone from him. But you're talking about celebrations and buying cows. He also mentioned in his speech about naira scarcity. There's still, of course, the issue with people getting access to cash. I personally saw lines yesterday and today. How will anybody be? So you're saying that celebrations will still take place even with the limited access to cash?
Yes, you don't need too much of physical cash to do the celebration. All that is needed is food, drink, and music. Those are the basic elements for a celebration of this kind. And that can also be done via digital means. So nobody really is bothered about, it has not been like before the election when people were bothered about physical cash. People believe that things will come back to normal after this presidential election. I've seen banks around with crowds of people on the queue trying to withdraw physical cash. But for those that want to, do the big celebration, is going to be predicated on a tripod of food, drinks, and music. Those three, they are enough for them to do the celebration. And trust Lagosians, they are going to have more of that later on in the day. Let me also bring you to speed that, moments ago, someone hinted that there's a mild protest at the barracks area very close to Ojuelegba as we speak. So we'll go back there now to go and check if there's a serious protest or just a mild protest like we're told. But right now, we are in Masha area of Surulere and everything is peaceful here. Everybody's going about their, legal activities the way it has always been.
Well said, Oba. Thank you so much for...
I have some people here to take their reactions about the outcome of the election. Some of them, I met them at the newspaper stand here under the bridge in Masha area of Surulere. This young man here is willing to speak with us. What's your name?
My name is Theophilus Afe.
Theophilus what?
Theophilus Afe.
So, you heard the results. We now have a president-elect in Nigeria. What are your reactions, especially to the delay in the announcement of the result and the conduct of the election generally by INEC?
Well, just like most Nigerians, we are not really happy with the outcome because it took us time before we got to know the final result. And the method which we expected, which the INEC told us, was not what they came about with. They told us about the beavers, that immediately everything will be uploaded, and at the same time, it will not be more than before 24 hours we'll get the result. But what we saw there was a different thing. So that gave a lot of people suspicious mind that probably some of the votes have been tampered with. And some people are coming out with so many kind of information online. We see videos, we see all kinds of things. Even right now, I don't even know who to believe. So those are some of the expectations why the results were called. But when we got to know that Bola Ahmed actually became the winner, some people were asking, he never made Abuja. How come? I think they said 2/3 of the 36 states and the federal capital. But he got a very poor result in Abuja. But probably I don't understand the Nigerian government system. I don't really know much about the system, but I later heard that he was given the overall winner, and that's congratulations for him. But like what other people said, I think even though those that have grudges or those that feel that the result is not okay, it's better. They should calm down. They should follow the due process. They should go to court, file the necessary papers, and I think the result will be at the end of the day. We will see what will happen.
You are obviously disappointed by the performance of INEC, especially in terms of result collation and announcement. Will this in any way affect your involvement in the governorship election?
Like me, it's not going to affect me, but I've gone round in some places already in Lagos, and I find out that most people are saying they are not coming out. They said they are disappointed, their vote did not count. So what are they coming to do? That the bibas will not be used. So I am seeing a very low turnout on the 11th of March. You know, the upper Saturday. I am seeing a very low turnout, and the result is going to be very poor.
What about celebration? I've seen a couple of places in Lagos with banners, with people gathering, you know, warming up for the big celebration later this evening after the candidate, the president-elect, must have been issued with the certificate of return. Have you seen any one of them? Are you involved in any one of them?
Not really, but I have a lot of friends that are part of the APC campaign team. And I can see most of them keep saying, don't worry, later we'll do one or two celebrations. Then I met some group of people at Tejo show, just singing and dancing, nothing more. I've not seen any other person.
What's the name again?
Theophilus.
Theophilus what?
Affair.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. So you listen to Theophilus Affair. The performance of the election management body in this presidential election will definitely have some effect on the governorship election that is, you know, a couple of days away from today. And he also told us that people are actually warming up for the celebration, the big celebration later this evening to celebrate the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, senior correspondent Oba Adeoye, many thanks to you and thanks to Theophilus as well. Thank you for bringing us that update. We appreciate your time as always. Now, our ICE correspondent in Sokoto, Suleiman Nasir, joins us now for an update. Suleiman, thank you so much for joining us on Nigeria Decides. Please tell us what's going on where you are.
Yeah, in Sokoto, there's a big reaction. There are a part of the group that is celebrating the election, while some are also mourning because their candidate lost. Those who belong to the APC are actually celebrating. As I'm speaking to you right now, if you go to the secretariat of the APC, their supporters are gathering there in anticipation of a rally to celebrate the victory of their presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But when you talk to the PDP people, they are not really happy because as of yesterday, the leadership of the PDP in Sokoto State addressed press and reject the election result based on what they said, the election that was marred with violence and also cancellation of polling of about 473 polling units, which they believe the result is not the true reflection of the election in Sokoto State. But for the APC, they are celebrating it, and the celebration is going on right now as I speak to you in some part of the state. And that's the reason why I am here with some people to tell us their expectation of the new government, despite the fact that it's not everybody that is celebrating this victory in Sokoto, but there are a lot of people who are celebrating the victory. If you look at the result of the election, presidential election in Sokoto, you will see that the two parties, the APC and the PDP, are going head-to-head, which makes the election a two-horse race. And that is why you see the number of people celebrating and to those who are not celebrating is equal. So that is why you cannot really notice the celebration everywhere. But this celebration is actually going on in the state. So that is why I bring in people here in Sokoto, a public affairs analyst in Sokoto here, to tell us his expectation of the new government of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What is your expectation for the new government that is about to take position by May 29?
Hello, good afternoon. Well, the expectations on the new government, the incoming government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is quite high to many Nigerians who are quite enlightened, looking at how he's been playing the politics and how he has his previous antecedents as a governor of Lagos State, coupled with the fact that even Kashim Shettima, his running mate, has done a lot to Borno State. And these are the people that, when you look at the people that are around them every time, since when they become governors of both Lagos and Borno States, you see that there are people that are very good in selecting teams. Tinubu is a person that understands Nigeria he was a struggler, and since the days of MKO Abiola's truncated election, he was one of the people that struggled to see that democracy is restored back into Nigeria. So he's in the know of virtually everything that Nigeria needs, ranging from insecurity, economy, and the politics itself, and national discipline. So he's not new to Nigeria's problems. Equally, he's not new to Nigeria's solutions. I believe, inshallah, Asuwaju will definitely take us to the promised land.
What about the result of the election? Is it a true reflection of the people of Sokoto?
The results portray the true reflection of what Nigerians need. The reason why I said this is that there are some groups that went ahead and tried to isolate themselves. And by isolating themselves, we have seen how powerful their group is. They only got about just 30% or less. And now when you look at how the race, went, it's just like a horse race, a very, very tight race. And that shows that the battle was fiercely, fought. And now when you look at the emotions, when you look at the reactions of people, the electorates, many people are quite comfortable with the results, except in some few places where there are some misgivings about the results.
For people of Sokoto, security is an issue, and also the development of infrastructure. Do you think this new government will meet all these your expectations?
Well, when Buhari came in 2015, our expectation as regards the infrastructure was quite high for Nigeria. And unfortunately, we get lower than what we expected. But looking at what Tinubu did in Lagos, and the legacy he left, and the building blocks he laid, the foundation he laid, in which Lagos is still, reaping the benefits. We believe he has a good blueprint to move the country forward at large, which as a president, he's not expected to marginalize any part of the country. And the election actually reflected that Nigerians came out en masse to vote for Tinubu, especially the northern part of the country.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is the opinion of people of Sokoto regarding the election. There are a group knowing fully that the Sokoto is led by a PDP government, and those who belong to the PDP are actually not accepting this result, and the reason why you see the state is looking this way. But if you go to other parts where most of the APC supporters are residing, you will see a wide jubilation going on. In fact, from report reaching me now that the jubilation is going haywire and getting out of hand, and people who don't belong to their party are trying to find a run to safety because they never can tell what the army of youth celebrating the victory of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu could do. And that is the situation right now in Sokoto as I speak to you.
All right, Suleiman Nasir reporting from Sokoto. Thank you so much for that situation report. We do pray that the celebrations are all done in a spirit of